Nos encontramos en el laboratorio Dompé, en El Aquila, cerca de Roma, y en el propio despacho del director general, de Eugenio Aringhieri. En un principio, ¿qué es Dompé? Dompé.
Dompé is a private company. Sergio Dompé is the third generation pharmaceutical entrepreneur. We are a mid-sized company. Last year, our turnover was 400 million euro, and we are well established in the market after over 70 years of history in the pharmaceutical sector. We are fully concentrated and devoted on our R&D. We are really convinced that our future growth is strictly connected with our capabilities to generate innovation. That's the reason why R&D, our research and development, is the most important aspect in our strategy, where we invest more than 12% of our turnover there. Last year we overcome 12. This year we overcome 15% of the turnover. Our historical business is in primary care business. We have huge interest in some different areas like cough and cold, anti-inflammatory area, respiratory area, pain disease, and here in the plant, the manufacturing plant, we are producing more than 35 million packs of this drug in primary care. Currently we are selling this drug in more than 20 countries all over the world. Mm-hmm. In parallel, we have also, in addition to it, we have also a stronger experience in a high-tech biotech field, thanks to some important collaboration with several different global players in biotech. Two important examples are Amgen and Biogen. With these two companies, we set up a 50-50 joint venture, commercial joint venture, successfully. And of course, is an important part of our story. We are divided in 4 different sites. We have 550 employees divided, splitting in these 4 different sites. The headquarters is in Milan. The manufacturing plant is based here in L'Aquila, close to Rome, and our R&D is split in 3 different locations. The lab are in L'Aquila in Naples, and now we are just set up in New York the new R&D office in order to manage as best as we can the R&D activities there in US. In addition, just for your information, the next 3 years, of course, will be very important for us because we are interesting period because in that 3 years we are complete our operating activities in order to set up our direct presence in Europe and US, because in order to manage the launch of the 2 important drugs that are coming from our research. Mm-hmm. And coming back to the second question, of course, today we are here in order to, I can say, update the international press about the advantages that we have seen in the development of NGF. NGF is an important, I can say, one of the most promising treatment in ophthalmology, coming from, of course, as Dompé are working in ophthalmology thanks to the, I can say, the discovery that coming from one of the patrimony of the humanity, of course, the Rita Levi-Montalcini in 1948 they discovered NGF. And in at the beginning of 19, Professor Bonini, that is a part of our roundtable today, had a vision to use this treatment in ophthalmology. In 2012, we acquired Anabasis. Anabasis is a company funded by some scientists, and Bonini was one of them, focus on NGF, and we decided to acquire of this kind of a company, and they invest in order to transform the Muri NGF in recombinant NGF and reproduce, I can say, following the regulatory guideline, the same study. And we are here. Of course, as I said during the roundtable, it's important to, I can say, to not, I can say, use the first evidence in order to, I can say, overselling the promising. It's important to, I can say, from our side to remain with the foot on the terrain. But anyway, right now the products guarantee not only safety and tolerability, but in the first evidence and the study that are running all over the world, the first feeling from the scientific point of view is really positive. And of course, as you know, we address in the first trial an important in high unmet medical need, because keratite neurotrophica is a rare disease, and of course there are a huge expectation from the physician point of view and from the patient point of view. Of course, we are happy. We feel the responsibility to do as best as we can in order to satisfy this need. But in my opinion, we are in the right direction, and the occasion as that today, of course, confirm that. From the business perspective, ophthalmology is one of the most important area where we decide to invest, but we have another important area in where we invest in R&D, the transplantation with another product, Reparaxin, is another important option that we have, another important bullet for fighting important medical need. Transplantation in diabetes type 1 is another high unmet medical need, because the diabetes type 1 currently is the diseases where there are not the possibility to an alternative cure compared to insulin, but at a certain time of the life of these patients, the pancreas is not in condition to, I can say, stabilize the level of insulin in the blood, and the only solution is the transplant of the organ. Our approach is to, I can say, support the island transplantation, not the organ transplantation. And our drug guarantee an improvable performance of the graft function because reduce the inflammatory response of the organism when there are the graft function. And of course, is another important I can say projects within our company. Of course, is an exciting period, and both of them are important building block for our strategy. And as I said, the next couple of years will be very important in order to transform this aspiration in reality.
¿El fármaco contra la queratitis neurotrófica puede estar en el mercado una fecha?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, our objective is to, I can say, offer this innovation to the patient. As I said, and I would like to repeat here, there are a positive feeling around of the project, but we are running the phase 2 trial. And of course, the end of phase 2 trial, at the end of August, 1st of September, will be an important moment where we can understand concretely if the product, I could say, answer in the right way or meet the expectation, of course. And after that, that will be an important moment because they would like to share with the health authorities these results and decide with them in the orphan disease which will be the best way to bring the product to the patients.
Today many change the pharmaceutical sector. ¿Esto puede influir en la compañía?
Absolutely, absolutely. The risk is very high because, of course, it's our job. You know that when you stay in phase 2, that means you have a 20% of a possibility to reach to the market, but in the meantime, 80% do not reach to the market. And of course, the risk is high, but I can say the aspiration and the return will be important. First of all, because for the first time we solve a problem, medical problem, currently orphan of cure, and that is a tremendous value for the company in independent way from the financial point of view. But in the meantime, also, if we guarantee that, the value of the company, of course, increase tremendously. That means, of course, our current business will be affected too in positive way of this new project.
A la cuestión España.
Yeah.
¿Qué papel puede tener con Dompé?
Well, España is one of the big 5 countries in Europe, and of course, in 2015, our main objectives will be to set up our presence all over the Europe, and the first step will be in the first big 5. And of course, Spain give us a tremendous contribution right now, thanks to the high level of a scientific community there, because we set up a trial both in ophthalmology and in transplant in Spain, but it will be even another important, we can receive another important contribution in the next phase when we commercialize. And of course, even Dompé could be an opportunity for the Spain, because we create a new, of course, a job there. We involve the Spanish people in the activities, and of course our success will be even advantages also for the countries.
Nuestras congratulaciones por haber visto lo que es el laboratorio y que Dompé continúe progresando en investigación.
Exactly. No, thank you very much for your feedback. It's a pleasure to, of course, receive your kind word. As you see, there are a lot of work in progress. That means we continue to invest. We do strongly believe about the project, and we just authorize a new investment in the biotechnology manufacturing of 45 million euro, and of course that confirm and underline our intention to do as best as we can.